Hi everybody, I know I don't do these long videos often, but this is something that I'm doing because I have something I'd like to share with everybody. For my discussion class, I wrote a essay in class. We had about 40 minutes to write it, 40 minutes, maybe an hour, sometime between those. But the topic was women in leadership. And I got a pretty good grade on this, well exceeds expectations. I'm pretty proud of it, so I really want to share it with you guys. Yeah. Yeah. Please let me know in the comments if this piques your interest, if I should do more content like this, and what you think about this essay. How do people assume things will get better? Not just when it comes to women's rights, but the rights of many others. With time, when things such as mindsets, rights, and societal expectations are regressing again. I chose this as my level 3 question, which is a question that makes you think outside of the box for my class, because I think this is an incredibly important thing to talk about. But before we get on this topic, we must discuss first women in power and the history behind not just them, but women in general. The reasoning behind this is because in order for us to think about women in power and the many topics around it, we need to look at the history and women's rights in general. Let's start early, way back in 1920, United States of America. Women had just gained the right to vote, which is a major turning point for women. A next major moment was 1974, when women gained the right to open their own bank account without a male co-signer, such as a father or a husband. When it took until 1974 for women to do something without male consent, you can see there's deep-seated sexism keeping them down. So it's safe to assume this is also why many women struggle to get in power. And now we're leaning into the topic of women in power. As the first woman to be chosen by Congress as a female leader was 2007. Now you might be thinking, what does this have to do with our level 3 question? Well, first of all, it's absolutely outrageous it took as long as it did for women to gain these rights and accomplishments. But some of these rights are already regressing as far back as 1920, such as voting. To safeguard American voter eligibility, aka SAVE Act, if passed, would take away voting rights of many married women and trans people. It requires the name on your current ID to match the one on your birth records. This would mean voting rights, mainly targeted to women and trans people, would be revoked. Something, let's call her Strawberry, said caught my attention. If people would actually value equality as much as if it affected the current government. I think this is super important to think of as well, especially while reading this. It's not just large attention-grabbing things such as the SAVE Act that is regressive. A personal example of this is someone who repeatedly made regressive comments. Let's call him Crinkle. Crinkle has made multiple comments to me both in the past and presently that are sexist, and the types of things people way back in the 1800s would make. One is as follows: why should I fight for other people's rights when I have mine? Now, we can all agree that this is an incredibly uneducated question. However, it's a perfect example for this reaction paper. If people are not willing to fight for the rights of others, how do you expect your own to be safe? Everything I've spoken about so far relates to my quote from the glass ceiling paragraphs, paragraph 2. It's only a matter of time. However, you can see if no one actually does anything, it is not a matter of time until women gain equal rights to men, including leadership opportunities. People who think like Crinkle have that rhymed. People who think like Crinkle have made it clear that many are not willing to fight for other people's rights. You also have to be willing to fight for your own rights. However, it can be hard when the cards are stacked against you. The fact that the first female leader was elected by Congress in 2007, which during to or close to our lifetimes, makes it clear that many women are not the problem when it comes to getting into leadership positions. Look back at history. There's sexism everywhere in the roots of our country and in our world in general. If Crinkle were to read this, I would assume he would say something along the lines of, "Are you sure women don't try hard enough to get into leadership positions?" Which I've heard him say many similar things. However, according to UN Women, a staggering 113 countries worldwide have never had a woman serve as head of state. Now,
Do you think in all 113 countries, women have not tried their hardest to get a government position? The cards are stacked against them. Look at all the women in those countries, even our country's history. Do any of them have women in a leadership position such as president? And if not, is that really probable that if this was an equal society? Overall, I think this is an incredibly important subject to discuss. I'm done.
So women's rights, but the white rights? Oh my god, Girl in Red just came on. I'm so happy. Oh my god, I need to shut up. Girl in Red. I'm gonna get my fuckler. My eyes are empty. No, I need to stop. I need to stop. Don't act like that. That's really weird. I don't know. Anyway, what is this? What song is this? Doodle, sped up. Bad side, good side. Bad side, good side. Bad side, good side. I need to. Bro, my allergies have been really bad. Even that song gets on. If I'm looking down here, I'm not creating like direct eye contact. I'm filming a video. What? Recording a video. Yay! I'm talking about women's rights in here. Say hi to the camera. I'll blur out your face. Oh, he says hi, camera. Just wanna get to know ya. Can I copyright myself? No. Yeah, no. Equal rights to men, including leadership opportunities. People who think like Crinkle. No, I'm still laughing at that. People who think like Crinkle. That's really funny. No. People who think like Crinkle have... I can't say it seriously. Videos like this is why I have ring light. Oh no, I set my chain. It came off. I'm really upset. Hold up. Damn it! Also, I like broke one of the legs off. I don't know where it is. I can't copyright myself. Stop. Mine is this one. What the hell? Can you wait? Turn on. I can't believe. Why am I on my game for this? Where's the money? We know you have it. Back up. Okay, my father has come in a couple times because we're gonna watch Fallout. Any Fallout fans here? Please let me know. I got like Fallout soda the other day. I have Fallout bottle caps that came off of the soda. It's really cool. I like collecting. I have like Nuka-Cola and stuff. I don't like Nuka-Cola, but my dad does. Yeah, shout out to my dad. If he did teach me well, I wouldn't even be reading this. I'd be reading something like Girls Shouldn't Play Basketball. I have a story for that later. That's not the time. Have any of them women? That sounds like Shakespeare. Oh, I'm scared for Shakespeare. I need to make a video, but that's hush for you guys. If you type my shorts, you know if you're actually engaging and read my comments, especially on acting videos. You can piece it together, but no. I got well above expectations. I'm very proud of this. I definitely want to share more papers of me reading things like this. Let me know if you enjoy more long form videos, and I will see you on the next one.
Please subscribe, I crave attention. Look at my nose.